This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform for you to build and run your business. Whether you need a portfolio, online store, blog, or simple landing page, Squarespace has something to fit your needs. Setup couldn't be easier. All you need to do is pick from one of their thousands of designer templates that are automatically optimized for mobile use, customize it to your liking using their drag and drop style editor, and bask in the glory of your clean and professional looking website that you made with no coding at all. Have you ever tried to code a website before? It's not fun, and even if you think it's fun, you can admit that it takes a lot of time, which Squarespace doesn't. So go ahead and go to squarespace.com/AlliCherry for your free trial and 10% off your first purchase when you're ready to launch. It's warming up here in California, and when the seasons start to change, or honestly a little bit before they start to change because these things take time, I like to look into my wardrobe and see if there are any gaps that I need to fill. So today I have a spring-inspired thrift haul for you. All these pieces happen to come from ThredUp, not because this video is sponsored by ThredUp, but because I've just really been favoring thrifting online recently for reasons, and I'm really happy with the stuff that I've purchased so far. I've had some of it for a little bit longer than others, and I'll talk about that when we get into it. But before I get into the haul, I want to talk to you a little bit about how I shop on ThredUp. So if you don't want to hear any of that, you can skip to this timestamp right here. ThredUp markets itself as the world's largest online thrift store, and that's truly, like what it seems to be. I've been favoring ThredUp versus shopping in person for the past year, and I've really come to like it because at the end of the day, it's just much faster and easier to find specific items that I'm looking for. I'm picky about the things I bring into my wardrobe because I value the mental, I was gonna say mental stability. No, I value the sense of calm that having less junk brings me. You'll notice that they have these different categories on the main page, like spring dresses, tea party, athleisure, shop by deal. I don't use any of these, honestly. Maybe you want to, but for me, those categories are way too broad for what I'm trying to do here, and I feel like I'd just be scrolling forever. So instead, I go up to the top here and I type in a brand that I like. Let's do Everlane, for example. Everlane's a brand that I love. I really like the style, but I don't like buying them new for several reasons. That could be a whole nother video. They've done some shady stuff, but I do really like the style, so I don't feel bad buying them secondhand. Okay, so now I'm only looking at Everlane, which is great. I can narrow down my search on the left here even further by editing my sizes and then clicking on them, or clicking on that button so that they're all that I see. From there, I can narrow down the search by category, price, color, condition, and more. I generally just do my sizes and then colors because I found that sometimes materials can be miscategorized or marked as unknown. So I don't ever select that one. Don't ever select that one. Also, I can usually Google a piece if I know the brand name and find it on their website and then figure out what the material is anyway. Once you start favoriting pieces and adding things to your cart on ThredUp, they'll send you little recommendations like people who like Everlane also like this brand, and that's actually how I found these little shorts that I'm really excited about. Generally though, I just search brands that I already know and love because I try my best to not return a bunch of stuff that I buy online. It happens sometimes though. Unlike other stores, most stores, especially fast fashion ones, the returns that you return to the returns that you return to ThredUp do get restocked and resold. I know this because they have a restocking fee when you return things. There are little ways to get around that restocking fee. For example, this is like so random. If you log on to your account daily, they give you points. And if you log on, just like go to ThredUp every single day, for 7 days, you'll have enough points to be able to waive the restocking fee if you ever need it. I've had this piece for a while from ThredUp, originally from Everlane. It's just this really boxy, cute cotton sweater. I love this because I feel like because it's cotton, it'll easily transition me into spring with some of the other pieces that I'll show you. It's such a classic piece. When I got this, it was new with tags. I don't know any of the prices off the top of my head. I'll list them all in the description for you. The next piece I have is also a sweater from Everlane, and it's this one that's a little bit smaller and a little bit more fitted, but I still really love the sort of mock neck collar. I think that's such a classic style. Okay, up next we have some shorts because I was in the market for a shorts update. They are definitely a staple in my wardrobe this time of year, but I kind of messed up a little bit because I don't know what I was thinking. Normally I like to size up in shorts so that they're a little bit, you know, maybe longer and looser. And these are just my normal size, which is fine. I have two pair. They fit me, but they are a little snug. So I'm gonna wear them a little bit and see if they loosen up. And if they don't, I might end up putting them up at my Poshmark store. And then I also got these shorts. So I showed these earlier. These are a tiny bit out of my comfort zone because the inseam is like an inch, and I don't know. When I tried them on, I was like not super sure that I was comfortable with the length of them. They are a really cute shape. They're very vintage inspired, and I've actually been wearing them with that black sweater, and I really like how they look. I feel like I need to be on a boat somewhere with some espadrilles and like a little straw bag. The next two items sort of border on like fantasy wardrobe versus real wardrobe, which is something I talk about on here often. Fantasy stuff, or like buying for your fantasy wardrobe, in my experience, is like buying things that you think you will wear or you want to love, but you like end up never wearing them. So this piece reminds me a lot of like 2010 me, like working in retail, trying to be an extrovert, like just really putting myself out there in that way. I wore a lot of like really girly vintage skirts and like sweaters buttoned all the way up to the top. That was my look. And that's not so much my look anymore, but I can appreciate this. I really like the color. I wanted to add a little bit more color to my wardrobe. Obviously, as you can see, everything else that I've shown you is either black, white, gray, or blue, which is fine. But I think red is like a fun accent color for me. This is a little bit more maroon. But one thing I'll mention about this, and one thing that does sort of bother me about ThredUp sometimes, is that there are only 2 photos generally for each listing. And when I saw this on the website, I assumed that this was a little dress because it looks like a dress, doesn't it? But then when I got it, I noticed that it had little shorts underneath it. It just sort of turned into a happy accident. The next thing is also a colorful piece. So I was really excited to find this. It was actually new with tags. This was from Madewell originally. I forgot to mention this little romper is from The Loft, which is another brand that I feel like has really cute stuff that I'll sometimes look through. But anyway, Madewell is definitely a go-to for me. I really like the ruffle. I think it's super fun and feminine and like a little bit different from my normal style, but it's in my color palette. Same thing with the romper. They're a little bit feminine for what I normally go for, but they are in my sort of concrete color palette that I like. So I know that I can pull tons of different things from my wardrobe and they'll match. It's not like I have this one random piece that I have one top that goes with, you know, that's not how I'm living these days. So anyway, this matches a bunch of stuff in my wardrobe and I really, really like it. The last 2 pieces I was really excited about because they're from a sustainable brand that I've shopped from before, and it's called Amorvert. Well, anyway, I really like the fabrics they use. They're very soft. And then the last piece is this sort of like tunic style top. What's funny about this is that I actually have a t-shirt from this brand that's this exact same pattern, and I love it and I wear it all the time. So now I have this one. I think I've worn this more than anything else that I've shown in this little haul because I can wear this with leggings, it's long enough. I can wear it with shorts tucked in a little bit. But this is just super comfortable. And again, I was so excited to find this secondhand. I prefer shopping secondhand, even if I'm buying from a more sustainable brand like this. I feel like shopping what's already in the waste stream first is more sustainable than buying new, even from a sustainable brand. Obviously, I want to support brands that are doing sustainable things and care and everything, and I do, but buying secondhand first is always my go-to. So that's what I'm doing, and that's my spring haul. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite piece was in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching my channel, subscribing, liking this video if you liked it. That all really helps me, and I appreciate that so much. So I'll see you in my next one. Bye.